Hey everyone, and welcome to my Kauai vlog. They're here. So if you watched my most recent video, that one highlighted more of what to do and what I learned. This video is just about me and my friends having a fun time on our annual trip. So this is day one. As you can see, we're excited to arrive. Once we got our rental car, we went straight to Costco for the essentials, water and alcohol. We drove to our Verbo, which was about 45 minutes away from the airport, and I completely forgot to do a tour when we got there, so here is a half-assed tour on our last day as we were leaving. It was such a beautiful place, super comfortable and the perfect size for our group of 6. This house was located in Princeville, which is a higher-end community at the top of the island. And here is the view from our front door, absolutely beautiful. We went straight to an early dinner after dropping off our bags, which worked out great because we were trying to see a sunset. And the wait for Wiki Pizza was over an hour long. So we just sort of hung out on their terrace, took pictures, and enjoyed the view. And it was also a good thing we arrived so early because the wait for our food after we ordered was also an hour long. So we were absolutely starving by the time we ate. Their food was really good. The rock pizza was everyone's favorite. They did have a sign that they were understaffed, so the wait to get seated and the wait for our food was just a little annoying. But we did get a front row seat to the sunset like we wanted, so that part was really enjoyable. We got back to our Verbo and found a friend at the window. The boys worked together and James was able to catch him, so we released him on the patio.
He's scary. Kind of looks like a snake a little bit.
It's okay, we're friends. Chelsea is getting engaged. Day 2, we woke up for sunrise, so I was up at 3:45. We had all planned to get to Hanalei Beach at 6:15 so Tony could propose to Chelsea. We also arranged a photographer to be there to capture the moment, and as you can see, she had no idea. So they had a little photo shoot on the beach, which was beautiful. A lot of coordination went into this, so I'm glad it went so well. They even got a rainbow. Afterwards, we headed over to Qingyang Village, which was only 10 minutes away. Our first stop was Outpost Coffee, where I got the coconut dulce de leche latte, and it was so good. Tom got his usual chai, and that was yummy too. We also got a few chocolates to try from their market. The perfect matcha one kind of tasted like Captain Crunch berries, not my fave. I liked the toffee time one much better. We then found a kitty, so obviously we had to say hi. Tony braved it first, and we learned that she was friendly, so obviously I went over. She was so sweet and loved being pet, so I was stuck there for quite a while.
It's like someone's cat.
Yeah. What?
You gotta go buy a cage. We're gonna bring it back to California.
We learned her name was Puma, and this is me trying to leave finally, but she was just so cute. They finally got me away from her, and we visited the Big Save Market where I got taro and guava rolls.
They're so cute.
We then went hunting for lunch. Tom, Chelsea, and I went to North Shore Bowls for acai and shave ice. This place was super cute and the staff was really nice, but I have to be honest, their bowls weren't that great. The others went to Kilauea Fish Market to get poke, which was probably the better choice. After lunch, we drove to the Wai Koa Loop trail, which was difficult because of all the mud. You can already see some puddles on the ground here, but aside from that, it was a super beautiful trail. Once we reached tree cover, that's where the mud got really bad.
Here running water. Oh, there's some down there. You can barely see it, but there's a stream.
I was also able to spot an anole. I love these lizards. I used to catch them all the time in my grandma's yard in Lahaina. This trail was overall really easy. There's not really any incline, which is nice. It was just that the mud made it super difficult to maneuver. But once we passed the trees, it was much more manageable and the view of the mountains was beautiful. They also filmed part of Jurassic Park in this area. I'm not sure which part, but it definitely was giving Jurassic Park vibes, especially here with the fences and markers. We finally made it to the dam, which was cool, but we didn't take any pictures because this was one of the worst days humidity-wise, so we were absolutely drenched and disgusting. After the trail, we drove over to Warehouse 3540, which is in Kalaheo and on the way to Waimea Canyon. This was a super cute shopping center with mostly independent booths and storefronts selling artisanal goods. They had tons of goodies and souvenirs here. I highly recommend stopping here. It was so cute and, not to mention, out of the sun. There was tons of seating, so it was just a really nice place to relax and escape the heat. We went on a Monday around 3 p.m. and it wasn't crowded at all. They also have tons of snacks too, like this really cute bakery. They have a little coffee trailer, and we also found our favorite shave ice of the trip here, Waikomo. I got the guava and passion fruit, and it comes with coconut cream on top. Our last scheduled stop of the day was Waimea Canyon. This beautiful canyon spans 14 miles across and is known as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. We unfortunately only stopped at the first lookout, but there are others, and one even looks out onto a private beach. We didn't know about those other ones, so we were sad that we missed it. The rest of this day was just finding dinner. There were a bunch of places that were closed, so it took us such a long time to find food that we literally just ate and went home. Day 3, we got an early start and started our day at Wake Up Delicious for breakfast. They had a pretty good menu and everyone tried something different. Tom and I got the coconut shrimp and Kahlua burrito, and these were some of my favorite foods of the trip. We then drove down to Kapa'a for the musubi truck. There's a few littered around the island, but we stopped at this one and got some musubi and poke. This poke was the best of the trip, hands down. They gave so much for the price and the fish was so tender. Making our way to Hanapepe next, this historic town was the inspiration for the town in Lilo and Stitch, which is apparent by their multiple murals. There's also a lot of shops there that sell Lilo and Stitch merchandise. We stopped at this cute one called Island Stickers and More, and there were so many cute things in there. It wasn't just Lilo and Stitch things, though there was a lot of that too. Hanapepe is also where Taro Co. Chip Factory is located. It's a small, nondescript shack that looks a little sketchy, to be honest, but they have the best taro chips on the island. In my opinion, though, not as good as the Hawaiian Chip Company on Oahu. We then stopped at Old Kaloa Town, one of my favorite places to walk around. This cute little shopping center has tons of shops, snacks, and the historic Suioka Market. A few of us got drinks at Java Kai, but me, Tom, and Tony got shave ice at the Fresh Shave. This was definitely top-tier shave ice, second only to Waikomo. I got the Caterpillar, which is orange creamsicle flavored with orange slices and sweet cream on top. So good. They also have cute stickers there, so Tom bought some for our travel sticker collection. We spent a little more time walking around before heading out and finding lunch. We stopped at a small food truck gathering where there was one called Tony's Catch, so we had to go there, obviously. The food was really good and had a nice beachfront view.
Yeah, we got 2 miles to
To the tree tunnel?
Yeah.
We drove through the famous tree tunnel on our way back towards Hanalei. There, we stopped at the Waipa Farmer Market, open Tuesdays only. This is my favorite farmer's market on the island. They have so many cute things here, including the Malasada lady, which sells the best poi mochi. I've actually never tried her malasadas. Each time I've come, she's been sold out. But we got poi mochi this time and also her Dubai chocolate cinnamon rolls. So good. Headed back to Chinyang Village to visit Puma again. I can't be stopped. I really wish I could have taken her home with me. There's also a little baby chick under her, if you can see. Kauai has tons of wild chickens and roosters that roam around. If you can see her right ear, you'll see that it's been clipped. This indicates that she's been spayed. They clip females on the right ear and males on the left once they've been fixed. Because we got back fairly early, we decided to go for a walk at our Verbo. We were right on the golf course, so we took a before dinner walk and saw some nene geese and other wildlife. It had cooled down a decent amount by then, so it was a really nice walk. For dinner, we stopped at Foodland to grab some poke and sides. Foodland was definitely a staple for us this trip. I think we went just about every day. Here is the start of our day 4. We stopped at Nourish Hanalei, which was walking distance to our Verbo, but we ended up driving just for the sake of time. We arrived at 8:30, so there wasn't a line, which was nice. The rest of the group got their food really fast, but for some reason, Tom's and mine took over half an hour. We got the Aloha Avo bagel, which was really good, and the Nourish acai bowl, which came with guava and bee pollen. This was definitely a top acai bowl. We then drove to Tunnels Beach, but because we were at Nourish for so long, there was absolutely no parking. We were trapped in the lot for 45 minutes before we could get out. After that, we headed to Hanalei Beach, where parking was still small but much easier. It was an overcast day, but the group still had fun in the water while I hung out under our umbrella. At lunchtime, we headed back to Qingyang Village where we tried Wishing Well. This was our second acai bowl of the day, and this one was even better. We got the signature bowl, which came with papaya, and it was so sweet and refreshing. The drinks were okay. I got a matcha latte and Tom got a chai. They're definitely not as good as Outpost, but we got to keep the mason jars, so that was a cute little souvenir. We also got their shave ice, which was really good as well. We got papaya on top of that too, and it was so good. While we were there, we went into some shops. This shop is called Spinning Dolphin, and what drew me in was all the photos of pets lining the entire store. Spinning Dolphin supports animal rescue by making leis for pets. All proceeds go to support local animal rescues, and if you mail them a picture of your pet with one of their leis, they'll put it on their wall. We talked with the owner, and she is so sweet. She allows stray cats to sleep in their store, and with how rainy Kauai is, this is such a wonderful thing to do. Snacking on some musubi on our way to Hideaways Beach. This seems like a hidden secret up in Hanalei because the beach was empty. There were maybe 10 other people there when we were there. It was an incredibly secluded experience. That may have had to do with the hike down. The views at the top were absolutely insane, but we soon had to make our way down a steep and narrow muddy path. There were some wooden steps, but most of it was mud. I actually had to put my phone away going down because it was so slippery. There is a rope to hold on to, which came in handy for sure. And this part wasn't too bad. It wasn't as narrow or steep here. We made it to the bottom, and this was honestly one of my favorite parts of the whole trip. The views were beautiful, it was peaceful, it was basically like having the beach all to ourselves for sunset. We did head back up before the sun actually set so we wouldn't have to make the climb in the dark. When we got back to the Verbo, Tom and Tony cooked some steak that we got at Foodland, and we had a nice, relaxing dinner in. Day 5 and our last full day here, we started off at Kauai Bakery in Lihue. It was super cute inside, but I wasn't impressed with their items. I got a caramel latte that tasted like it was made from powder. Tom and I also tried a manapua and a few malasadas. Everything was a bit dry and, in my opinion, not worth the hype. This was supposed to be our hiking day, but it was pouring in the morning, so the trails would have been too muddy, so unfortunately we had to skip our hikes. This day ended up being a nothing but food day, so we visited the Kauai sushi station next, which wasn't bad, and then we tried Uncle's shave ice. Again, not bad, but not my top shave ice for sure. We then went to Happy Talk Lounge for happy hour before dinner, where we got some drinks and appetizers. Happy Talk is right next to Wiki Pizza, so we had a pretty nice view here too. We headed back to Qingyang Village to try Hanale Pizza for our last meal, and as you can see, the rain literally didn't stop that day. We did get to see one last rainbow though. We also got to say goodbye to Puma. In the pizza place, they had this map where you could pin where you're from. It was so cool to see all the pins and how many visitors they've had. While we were waiting for our pizza, we also tried one last shave ice place, which was JoJo's. It's a good thing we snacked all day because our pizza took over an hour and a half to be ready. We brought it home to have another relaxing night in out of the rain. And that's it. Here we are heading back to the airport. It was another rainy day and the tarmac was flooded near our plane. Even though some things didn't go exactly smoothly on this trip, it was still so fun and full of memories. Kauai is one of those places that really has such a different feel from real life. The pace is so much slower and relaxed, the views are incredible, the smell of the island, how clear the water is. It's definitely one of my favorite islands and I can't wait to go back there again sometime. And I'm glad I got to experience it with this group of friends.